What's up, nerds? You know, it's time for nerdy news. What's up, nerds? How's it going? I'm your host, Danny Sanssouci, licensed cosmetologist and registered super nerd. And this is Nerdy News on Comics and Cosmetics, where I fill you in on all the hot, juicy goss that's been going on in our lovely nerdy world for the last week or so. This week, we got a few things we got to talk about, and I can't just sit here and talk about it by myself. I brought my friend CJ back with me. So it's been a while, but what is up, CJ? How's it going?
I love the audience. I've been good, Danny. I've been great. Nothing much. Sunny here in
Yeah.
Vegas.
So, for those who don't know much about you, tell us a little about yourself.
I am CJ, aka C Jack from C Jack Productions. Share, comment, subscribe, YouTube. I also work with Danny a few times on a few projects and other worldly, geeky news and whatnot. Just been working on my channel, and that's it.
Nice. That's nice.
Hey, you get the simple, didn't you?
I'm just trying to keep it simple. Oh, Tabitha, hello. Yes, we have a lot of opinions about Superman. And
she went straight into it, didn't she?
She did. She has zero chill, but that's why I love her.
Right. Same.
So before we go any further, if you guys are new, hi, welcome. Please hit the like button on your way in. Have a seat. Make sure you're subscribed and hit the notification bell so you get notified whenever I'm back with even more nerdy fabulousness. I don't know, nerdy stuff. Nerdy content. This next week, I do have kind of a character / psych study on Harley Quinn coming out. And
Ooh.
I just finished writing it today. I've been writing it for weeks, and I mean weeks. I have just ate, slept, breathed Harley Quinn for so long, but I finished it today, and I'm pretty proud of it, and I really cannot wait to share with you, all of you, my piece on Harley Quinn. I feel like a lot of people have the wrong takeaway of Harley Quinn and her relationship with the Joker, and it bothers me. It bothers me so much because she's absolutely not like this ride or die goals, She's a cautionary tale. It's a huge difference. And have you seen the teaser for Joker Folie à Deux?
Yeah, actually, I have.
Okay. So I was pretty concerned when I saw it because, Lady Gaga is, I always hear Zach Galifianakis in my head. Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga. I am excited to see her take on Harley Quinn. I think she would do fabulous. However, it showed her as a patient in Arkham, and that's a dangerous change to make.
Agreed.
Is it she's undercover, like in some of her expanded origins? She's undercover to get close to him so she can fix him, or is she a patient? If they have made her a patient, that's a really big L. That's a huge, dangerous thing to do because it changes the entirety of her character, and it just kind of reinforces this whole, oh my God, they're like Bonnie and Clyde, and that's what I want. And that's just dumb. Meth heads don't need any more reason to look up to Harley Quinn and the Joker. They really don't.
No, I agree. Because real quick, to chime in on that, the reason why it's like a bad date. She wasn't attracted to him at all at first. That's the magic of it. And she kept it professional.
That's not actually necessarily true.
Okay, maybe she was, but she tried to keep it professional. The point is, it's a cat and mouse game that made it interesting.
He definitely charmed her, seduced her, manipulated her,
right,
because he's a sociopath. He doesn't possess actual human emotions other than what is for his own personal gain or his obsession. And Harley Girl is not his obsession. It's Batman. Batman is his obsession. So he didn't love her. He was using her. He used her and he abused her. But Harley isn't exactly all, sane and the paragon of mental health either. She had issues before
Erica.
she even met the Joker. So
Yeah.
I can't, you know what? I can't talk about it because then I'm going to ruin the fabulous piece I wrote on it
Mad
that's
love.
coming out next week. So I do think, hey, what's up, D-Man? Nice to meet you. Or see you. I'm sorry. Nice to see you. I didn't mean to say meet you. But I'm really proud of this piece, and I really can't wait to record it. So I don't want to
I'm
ruin
kind of
it.
curious.
Yeah, I my first major was psychology. So psych is a huge passion of mine, and that's one of my favorite things to do with comic book characters is to really dig into what makes them tick, why they're this way. Like Batman's rogues gallery is entirely based off of actual psychoses, and that's fascinating to me. It's absolutely fascinating to me. So, pretty excited. And yes, Beetlejuice, I am so stoked to see that. The fact that Tim Burton is involved and refused to sign off on it being made without his involvement, and Michael Keaton is back, that gives me hope. They're going as practical as they possibly can. They're using stop motion again, and that just mm.
Lydia.
Dave, actually, I don't know if you can see. Yep, there. Hold on. That right there.
There,
Dave,
right? You got to do the
Dave
tilt.
bought me. He found a Beetlejuice DVD on sale for $5, and he bought it for me. And he was so proud to show me, and I'm like, yes. He's never actually sat and watched Beetlejuice, by the way.
Oh, he did it because he loves you. Yeah.
No, he's never seen Beetlejuice because he wasn't allowed
Oh,
to
he
as a
had.
child.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh.
he's never seen it,
See,
so I'm going to force him.
dude, that movie's a masterpiece. Yeah, that's your obligation. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
looking very
no,
forward to
you
that.
can't be in a relationship with me, a massive pop culture nerd, and avoid the pop culture nerd stuff. Like, it's just not going to happen. I feel like I need to raise my chair. I keep rule of thirds. Rule of thirds. I'm not pulling that off very well. If Ro were here, which he's not, and if you think I won't ever let him live it down, you're right. I won't. He got a super cool mug today in the mail from me, so he should be here bragging about it. Anywho, um let's talk about the stuff we are here to talk about, okay? Because we're just going off in the weeds, but it's fine. Um Ben Affleck is confirmed to be cast in a role in the MCU. Now, what do we think? Do we think he's actually showing up in Deadpool and Wolverine, which we've been told as Daredevil? I think that would be hilarious. But I heard that it wasn't going to happen because his ex-wife is showing up as Elektra.
Oh, right.
Uh-huh. And they don't exactly get along, as in working together, like, would you want to work with your ex-wife or ex-husband? I sure
That's Johnny
would.
Depp.
Our exes for a reason, okay? I identify way too much with Harley Quinn, I've discovered. So I should not be in a work environment with those people. So I can totally understand Ben or Jennifer not wanting to be on set with one another. But then we get confirmation that Ben Affleck is actually cast in an MCU role. It
For
makes
this
you
project or a project?
for a project. They have not confirmed. It's not confirmed what the project is. It is just confirmed that he does have a role in an MCU project. So I wonder if it's just him showing up as Daredevil in Deadpool and Wolverine. Is there possibly another multiverse project they want to have him show up? I don't see that happening personally, and here's why.
Okay.
Because the Deadpool Wolverine movie is based a lot off of Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe, except it's Deadpool kills the Fox Universe. The Kevin Feige and Marvel are using Deadpool and Wolverine to trim the fat. Just like in any other comic book arc that includes a multiversal story, they use that to clean house once things have gotten real convoluted. And Kevin Feige has even said that they're going to use this as a way to kick off their soft reboot to kind of, all right, things have gotten messy, let's clean it up. So that leads me to kind of lean heavily on the he's not going to show up in another multiversal project, because this one's going to be so big and they're going to be trimming so much out. They're going to be getting rid of a lot of the Fox people and keeping some. Are they keeping him? Like, could that be it? I doubt it. No, they can't, because they have Charlie
That's
Cox.
a sound theory. Yeah.
Who knows? I don't know. I want to hear everyone's thought. What do you think, CJ? Like, what do you think Affleck?
You beat me. No, honestly, you beat me to it. I'm actually absorbing and listening. And one theory popped in my head that you didn't mention. It could be what they did with Chris Evans. Wait, Hemsworth? Evans? Yeah, I got it right. Remember how he was so many Chris's? How he was originally Johnny Storm, but then he became Captain America. You know what I'm saying? In between two different
He is showing up as Johnny Storm in Deadpool.
See, that's why I was using that as an example. So, like, pick your poison. Ben Affleck could easily, well, let's not say the Batman thing. It has nothing to do with the franchise, but it doesn't necessarily have to do with what he's doing in the Deadpool film as coming out as Daredevil, old school Daredevil. But you never know. That's what I'm getting at. So who knows? Could be Fantastic Four for all I know. But anyway,
that's another thing. There's a lot of speculation going around about who is going to be cast as Dr. Doom. And apparently we're going to be hearing that here very soon. My money, I like Cillian Murphy for it. I really do. And he's definitely high up on their list, which leads me to this other person, Giancarlo Esposito. Everyone knows that he was in talks forever to join Marvel, and he desperately wanted Professor X. Look, that's one situation where I would have been okay with a race swap, because Giancarlo Esposito, that man could read the Bible to me, and I would hand him all the Oscars. Like, he's just so menacing. He's so good. He's so good.
For you kids growing up, Gene Hackman or other people in the 90s, there's this person who plays the bad guy well. That's what he does. And maybe he's trying to get uncomfortable, like Denzel Washington was in Training Day. Who knows? It might work. It might work for him. But,
Denzel
the guy might...
such a good bad cop, though. Like,
exactly.
You can harass me anytime, Denzel.
Every woman wants that. She's like, I got you, Jake. But he might be a good guy this time around. Who knows? I thought a comment about Wesley Snipes. I heard. What do you think about him being Blade in Daredevil or in Deadpool?
I don't think he's showing up, and here's why.
Agreed. Yeah. He's blacklisted.
There's a little film called Blade Trinity, which is how I really discovered and fell in love with Ryan Reynolds. I don't know about you heifers talking about Van Wilder and all this other nonsense. The rom-coms he was in, but Blade Trinity, Ryan Reynolds was in it. He played Hannibal, and who is a comic character who's hard.
He was so funny.
Yeah, he was great. Like, that's not where her teeth are. I put a line similar to that in my book. I loved it so much. I stole it. I stole it from Ryan Reynolds. I admit everything. Anyway, Wesley Snipes was notoriously a total asshat to everyone on the set. He was horribly abusive to everyone.
He's done then.
He treated Ryan Reynolds and everyone else around him like just trash. Then there's the fact that Halle Berry is already in Deadpool and Wolverine. She had already signed on to do it. Halle Berry, for those of you kids who weren't old enough in the 90s, Halle Berry and Wesley Snipes were like a big Hollywood couple. They were a big deal. But there were, and I'm not going to say this is 100% factual because I was not there to witness it myself. So I claim nothing. All I know is that there were a lot of accusations swirling around Wesley Snipes being physically, mentally, and emotionally abusive to Halle Berry. So those two things tell me that Ryan Reynolds would not be signing, because he's the producer of this film. He produced it, he wrote it. I mean, there are other producers, but still, he's not going to sign off on some a-hole that treated him like shit when he was coming up in Hollywood, who beat on one of his friends on his movie set. I don't think that's going to happen. Stranger things have happened, but like, when's the last time we all saw Wesley Snipes? The last time we saw him was
Netflix.
When he did that cameo on What We Do in the Shadows a few years ago, when the Worldwide Vampiric Council met, and it was literally him on a Zoom call with bad connection. So that's the acting he's done in the last like 5 years. So I just don't see.
Well, he's still recovering from being blacklisted anyway for his tax evasion. I'm putting it out there. You know, it happens.
Yeah, he got a lot of trouble, and everyone loved Wesley Snipes. Everyone loved him. I think what happened with Wesley is very common, because he didn't grow up with a lot, and then all of a sudden when he became famous, like, he became famous right away. It all happened super fast. Everyone knew him. This gorgeous dude who could do amazing martial arts and act. He was a great action star. Dude, Demolition Man, I know it did not age well. It is corny. But
3 shells for you kids.
I still need to know. I have to know about the 3 shells. Please, God, someone tell us. But
thank you.
He played why can't I say his name, because I practically know this movie by heart and I'm drawing a blank. He was an old and nobody cares. I don't know why I'm going on about
this. Anyway, sorry, that was my fault.
That's okay. Wesley Snipes was a big time actor who had literally everything, and it happened almost overnight for him. And I think he just got a little too cocky. It's the age-old tale of hubris. It all went to his head. He thought he could get away with anything. You cannot get away with tax evasion in the United States, because the United States government is like the mafia. You got to give them their cut. And if you don't give them their cut, they're going to take your shit, and you're going to go to prison. That's what's going to happen. So that's what happened to Wesley. And then around that time, that's when all this stuff started coming out about how he treated people and how he treated his girlfriends. And it did not look good for him. He went to prison. He kind of disappeared for a while, and everyone's like, oh, Wesley. So, but back to Giancarlo Esposito, since we got seriously sidetracked. I think Giancarlo Esposito would be a fantastic Dr. Doom. I think he would kill it. My number one pick is Cillian Murphy. I think Cillian Murphy, I mean, go with that. He just nails that psycho in the eyes. Like, he really, 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 really nails it.
If Psycho Eyes was a crazy, if Psycho Eyes was a person, right?
I've also heard Ryan Gosling is up for Doom. I don't think he's Doom at all.
That I did not know.
Yeah, that was a rumor. I do not think Ryan Gosling is going to be Doom. I think
you remember Doom is not handsome at all underneath that mask, you know?
Not really, no. But I think it's going to be, I think Ryan Gosling is Ghost Rider or Nova. I'm really leaning heavy on Ghost Rider, because think about it. He's married to Eva Mendes. How funny would it be if she shows up? Because she was Nick Cage's love interest when he was Ghost Rider. I'm like, that would be hilarious. That's
some serious freaking irony. And dude, Cage, I wish I could see your face. But anyway.
But no, those are my picks for those actors. And to hear that Giancarlo is joining this universe, I I got excited, but in like a, oh, good for him. Like, I'm so happy for him because
Pat in the back.
he's such a giant nerd too. He has so much passion for his craft and for the roles that he takes on. He just, if anyone has ever seen him at a con or seen him interact with a fan at a con, this this man loves what he does. He loves the fandom.
That's
He's
refreshing.
Yeah, it is. He's super, super into it. And to know that he's talked about it so many times on so many panels, like, what up, Marvel? Like, come on with it.
What
So
up, Marvel?
yeah, he finally got it. So good for him. I hope he gets something really good. But speaking of that, like, what do you see Giancarlo Esposito playing? Like, what's your speculation for the role that he's been offered?
Given his nerdiness, his charisma, whew, um, I see. Honestly, maybe you got me some. Come back to me on that. I don't want to take up too much time. You got me on that because not because I can't think of anybody. It's just his range is the problem, and you don't want to waste that talent on just anybody in Marvel. You got to get it just
Right.
right. So I'll get back to you
Right.
on that.
That's good. That's a thinker. I like that. It's
That's
a
a thinker.
Yeah.
Comments below. Anybody? Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Let us know your thoughts. Who do you think Giancarlo Esposito is playing in the MCU? Who do you think Ben Affleck is playing in these MCU roles? Talk about it. Comment. We'll discuss. Okay. The next one
Hmm.
that has been confirmed to join the cast of Fantastic Four is Paul Walter Hauser, the older dude who joined Cobra Kai in the Netflix series. That's always the first one that comes to mind. He was the older big, he was a fat dude, the older fat dude that took classes with the other Cobra Kai kids.
Hmm.
Very capable actor, very funny. He's joined the cast of the Fantastic Four. He's Herbie. He's got to be Herbie the robot. Like, who else is he gonna
Yeah, that's spot on, D.
like?
There is nobody else. Yeah,
Yeah. Don't tell us.
I got nothing. Yeah.
I won't tell you who Doctor Doom is because I don't know. I don't know. I don't. I feel like it's going to be Killian Murphy. I don't know. I don't know for sure. The Baxter building did that was I thought the butler was Herbie. He was like a butler bot. I don't know. I didn't read a whole lot of Fantastic Four books.
Neither.
To that deep. I know the really, really, really old ones. Because I did a breakdown on when I was doing the Scarlet Witch breakdown. That was the second breakdown I ever did with Scarlet Witch. And Scarlet Witch has a very strong Fantastic Four connection because Agatha Harkness was the nanny for Franklin Richards, who is Reed and Sue Storm's child. And
I'm with you.
Franklin Richards is coming to the MCU, and that concerns me because everyone is already saying Gaia in Secret Invasion, she's got everyone's power. She's too overpowered. Captain Marvel's too overpowered. Girl, wait till you see Franklin Richards. Like, this dude was so overpowered, the comics had to basically retire him because it was getting too easy to solve problems.
Yeah.
Like, so don't shh about being overpowered. You know nothing, Jon Snow. Franklin Richards is like, if there was anything beyond Omega level threat, that would be Franklin Richards in a category all his own. Like, he's so powerful, he's up there with Scarlet Witch. He can think and rewrite, everything because
He
he's,
can change matter within a single thought. I agree. That's
yeah,
smartest baby
yeah,
ever too.
yeah. He was, and dude, he trapped at like 4 years old. He trapped Mephisto in some kind of chrysalis. Like, he defeated Mephisto as a baby. Like, he's stupid overpowered. So
Yeah,
I can't wait.
Doctor Strange struggled with him when a baby didn't. Yeah, it
Yeah.
makes you think.
Yeah. I mean, Doctor Strange, Agatha Harkness, and the Fantastic Four were all fighting Mephisto, and Franklin's like, "Oh, you mean the guy I let kidnap me? Hold on." Like, are
Right.
you kidding? I can't wait to see the cope when
Yes.
when people are like, "This guy's too overpowered." Like, read a comic book. Okay, there's a reason why.
It really happens. Like
Yeah.
people think. Listen, people think they're mad now. Like wait till they get into the Beyonder, where rumor has it for the Secret Wars, they're gonna be really mad about that. But anyway,
Mm, oh yeah, yeah. Oh,
hypothetically, anyway.
what's up, Ubaldo? Let me say hi to the chat real quick. We've got Ubaldo. What's up? I'm so happy you're here. Captain Wrecked. That's also Will Parker. He jumped from Twitter to YouTube. That's fine. Music City Soul. What's up, dude? Thanks for coming. My friend Sean. Thank you. Guys, you need to check out if you're Gen X, you need to subscribe to that guy's channel. I'm just saying. And of
Ah,
course,
okay.
Dreaming Tabitha, Domain, what's up? Will Willem
Toasted.
Dafoe show up? I say yeah. I think Willem Dafoe is going to show back
That's
up.
easy.
You
Yeah,
can't
that's
keep him
easy.
down. He's awesome. Okay, so we have all these new cast announcements for the MCU, but we have some former cast members of the DCEU kind of mad, kind of big mad about the Wonder Woman franchise dying. Chris Pine has stated that he's just absolutely shocked and surprised. He couldn't be more surprised that the Wonder Woman franchise has been cut from the current DCU. He went on to say about how magical and wonderful Patty Jenkins is, yada, yada, yada. Chris, did you not watch Wonder Woman 84? Did you not see that Patty Jenkins basically made Wonder Woman a date rapist in that one?
It,
Like, some
yeah,
seriously concerning ideas on consent in that one. Like
it's
that.
bad if you're a Wonder Woman fan to the core, and it's bad if you don't approve.
Look,
Right.
I've got a Wonder Woman 84 canvas back there. The
Mm-hmm.
love of my life got it for me for Christmas. That evening, the Wonder Woman 84 movie actually dropped
Mm-hmm.
on streaming and we watched it, and I stayed silent through the whole film. And he said,
Sorry.
"What'd you think about that movie? You want me to tell you what you thought about that movie?" About 75%. You were like, "What the fuck is this?" I'm like, "Yes, that's it." So they they did not do well with Wonder Woman 84. They brought Chris Pine's character back in the dumbest way possible, put him in the
Yeah.
body of another man who was not conscious of any of this happening, while Diana spends all her time boning him. And like, that's called that's that's not okay. And because she wished on a magic wishing rock. Like, were you smoking crack when you wrote this? Because absolutely unacceptable. And then they totally destroyed one of the most important things to ever happen to DC Comics ever. Wonder
Hmm.
Woman snapped Maxwell Lord's neck live on international television to stop him from mind controlling the Justice League. Okay, she's the first and only of DC's big heroes that kills. That's a big thing in DC. She killed
Mm-hmm.
somebody. How did she stop Maxwell Lord in Wonder Woman 84? Spoiler warning. She uses logic and reason. I'm sorry. Have you talked to anyone on the internet in the last 20 years? Have you won any online arguments with logic and reason? No. No.
I
No,
got
you
nothing.
haven't. When you have someone that is that far gone, that far believing they are right and you are wrong. He's controlling the whole world with a wishing rock. And she talks to him. She solves the problem by talking to him. No. 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 You lost the plot, my friend. That movie was trash. I'm surprised that Chris Pine is surprised. You've been in this industry how long? And you don't know a bad movie
Come
when you
on.
see it. They
Right.
lost money. They lost money on that. And James Gunn might be a suspect human being, but he's good creatively speaking. So
On paper.
he's
Right.
on paper. And right now, Warner Brothers, Discovery, DC Studios, they're hemorrhaging. They are hemorrhaging money left
Don't get me
and
in
right.
that.
They have
Yeah.
like no budget. It does not do stellar. There is no more DC Studios. So why on earth would they keep any franchise that is not performing? Like why? It
I said it. I said it once, and I say it again, even on my channel. If Warner Brothers actually had guts like Disney, here's a blank check, see what happens, roll the dice, they wouldn't have this problem. That's number one. Number two, believe in your writers. The
mhm.
animation worked for decades. It clearly there's something right there. I don't understand it.
Absolutely. That was always a common knowledge, between normies and nerds that
Yeah.
DC killed it at animation. Marvel
Up
didn't
until
do
now.
well with
Let me
animation.
clarify that.
Oh, well,
Up
yeah,
until now.
some of it's not great, but hey,
Yeah, up until now, but
the
still.
long Halloweens part 1 and 2 is chef's kiss. I love the long Halloween, but they were always
No,
the
that was brilliant.
better.
Yeah.
Huh?
No,
Yeah,
I was agreeing with you. Yeah.
they were always the better with the animation, and Marvel was better with live action.
Hmm.
But now the paradigms switch. It's kind of switching now. So if Superman doesn't do well, and this is the thing a lot of people are missing, Marvel has not had true competition this entire time. That's like 15 years. 15 years, they were it. They were the genre. There was
Hmm.
no real competition. DC was not competing at all. They were like, "Hey,
No,
hey, I want to do that. Let's do that." But they didn't really put any effort or know how, I guess.
it,
But now
yeah,
Marvel has gotten the MCU is guilty of hubris, is what it is. They got too big and they
they're
stopped
comfortable.
trying.
They're
Right.
comfortable.
They got
Yeah,
too comfortable and they got too big. And so Feige decided to diversify. He put other people in charge. He wasn't able to give it the Feige touch with every single little thing. And look what that's done. It's all falling apart. Then you have DC, who for the first time ever has its own actual studio. It never did have its own studio before. It does now. So now they're closer to being on equal footing. So having them actually compete for the box office next summer with Superman and Fantastic Four is a good thing because it's going to force both of them to bring their A game because
to
they're going
keep
to
it
fight
honest.
for our attention. That's right.
I agree
So this
completely.
that movie Superman is going to make or break DC Studios. Mark my words. If
Hmm.
Superman doesn't do well, DC Studios is done.
No,
Absolutely.
yeah, huge fan, but
So
what I respect about you the most about that is that you're a realist first and a fan second. And yeah,
So before we pull up the Superman picture, one last thing. Ben Affleck did the Tom Brady. Am I saying, yeah, Tom Brady's.
you got it
I
right.
kept saying Tom Hardy the other day, and I don't know why. Um, so Ben Affleck was a part of the Netflix roast of Tom Brady,
That was
and
sorry. Go
he
ahead.
gets on there and he says he what did he say, CJ?
He crucified the guy. It's you. You
Well,
got the
about
platform.
what he
Yeah.
said about internet trolls, about people who don't like certain comic book movies and they get on the internet, keyboard warriors, like
No,
he
he's not
bit
wrong. Like read a book, honestly, or
he,
don't even get in the game in so many words. Yeah.
yeah, he was like, just deal with it. If you don't like it, don't watch it. And I think he's right and wrong. Two
Hmm.
things: we're not obligated to like something just because you worked hard on it. Just because you worked hard on something doesn't mean other people have to like it. Okay. Does it mean we have to say, oh, you work so hard, it's good? No, sometimes you work hard and it's trash. Like, how are you going to get better? How are you going to know where you need to improve if people don't tell you, okay, this is not working? This thing right here isn't working. The
Around
Flash
the
was
yeah.
one of the worst superhero movies ever made. The VFX were just, I'm talking Spawn 97,
Thank you.
Mephistopheles. Like,
Right.
it was creepy and bad. Nick Cage said he actually filmed for his cameo in The Flash. And then
Mhm.
he sees it in the movie theater. He even said, "It's like, well, I'm glad I didn't blink. I would have missed it." Like, and then more recently, he's come out to say that is not what I filmed. That is absolutely not what I filmed. So they were kind of disrespectful, especially with the George Reeves, Christopher Reeve, you know,
Mhm.
Adam West.
Adam West clip.
Those,
Yeah.
yeah, it just it felt weird. I mean, they didn't
There was
even
no
cover up.
direction.
They didn't even cover up Michael Keaton's wig lace. Like, I know like 300 women who could have helped you with that at the drop of it. Like, hold on, let me get my purse. Like, I
Wow.
got a few things right here. Hold still, honey. Like, you got to be kidding me. They just that. Come on, he put a baby in a
Danny's like, hire
microwave.
me then. If you go do it like this, hire me then. Right.
Right,
I'll
I'm
do makeup.
available. I've got all kinds of stuff. I got the tools they're even using. Come on,
Look at the
but
platform. It's in your name. It's in the name.
yeah, like come on. If
Yeah.
just because someone worked hard on something doesn't mean everyone is going to like it, and we don't have to. If you've done something incorrectly, you should know that you've done it incorrectly so you can do it better next time. That's called growth. That's how that works.
Yeah.
But also, don't I agree with him in the sense that don't say something you can't back up. Okay? There's don't write a check. Don't let your mouth write a check that your ass can't cash. Okay? That's what Gen X was taught. That's what we were taught. We're not going to speak up unless we know. Okay? This whole internet social media thing, it's do you remember your grandma telling you, don't worry about anything that's not going on inside your front door? It's not your business.
Absolutely.
It's not your business.
Absolutely.
Okay. What social media has inadvertently done is put us inside everyone's front doors. So there tends to be this false sense of entitlement that everyone needs to hear what's going on in your life, and you get to know what's going on in theirs, and their opinions are important. It's
What you're
not
really
true.
saying, yeah, it's true. What you're really saying is, where's the intimacy? Where's the cutoff
Mhm.
where the entire world knows everything about you and what's unique about you? Like everybody's in your face thanks to
Mhm.
social media.
Yeah. The kids these days, listen to me, kids these days, but the kids these days didn't grow up with the consequences of what
Mhm.
happens when you run your mouth at the wrong time, at the wrong place, on the wrong person.
I believe
Like,
Mike Tyson said that best.
yeah,
Yes, that's a good example. You know where I'm going
yeah,
with this. He said, and I quote, he's like, you know what? People spend more time behind the keyboard and speaking in front of somebody's face. They're getting real comfortable instead of saying it to somebody's face. And it's true.
it
And
is
the
true.
back and they go backwards a little bit. I'm sorry, D. Also, what you're on point with the studio stuff, there's too many yes men. That's the problem.
Sometimes
Yeah, that's it. That's all I got. But you're absolutely correct on those two things.
that I've tried to teach my kids. So
Hmm.
I'm trying to do my part for society here. I've got four of them. And if they each have four kids and those kids each have four kids, I'm like, do the math. Eventually, if I don't raise my four right, then suddenly down the line, I'm the mother to a world full of bad mannered assholes. And I can't have that. So
Good for you.
I, I've tried to teach my kids that if you're going to say something and say something to someone's face, you better make sure you're confident in what you're about to say. You better
Hmm.
make sure you have checked your sources and you're ready to accept whatever consequence is going to be returned on you. Some of the
That's
best
receipts for you younger
wisdom,
kids. Receipts.
some of the best wisdom I've
Yeah.
ever received is from a someone I know closely that has gotten very comfortable in penitentiaries. And he told me, nowhere is it written that you can't say or do whatever you want to do. Nowhere is
Hmm.
that written. You can say and do whatever you want. You just have to be willing to pay the consequences for that, to pay the price for it. So, what's it worth to you?
As a wise
That
individual.
makes exactly. There is a big difference between intelligence and wisdom. There's a lot of smart kids these days, but they're not
Sure, no
very
problem.
wise.
No.
And I think that's what Affleck was trying to drive at, that difference between intelligence and wisdom. Know when to speak up and know when not to. You know, I do believe that critics are important when it comes to the movie and television industry, to art, period. Critics are important. They're doing a specific job. That's called constructive criticism. Constructive criticism is important. That's what helps us as human beings evolve and grow and improve ourselves. Now, there is, you know, not very constructive criticism, and a lot of people don't really know the difference. But having constructive criticism is important. Now, going around just calling people names and attacking them for personal beliefs, that's just stupidity. And that right there is the intelligence, but not the wisdom. You are not entitled to hating something just because you some silly personal thing.
Vendetta. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, just because someone else told you to, you know? Um but you can say, I didn't like it because of these things. Be specific. Be specific. List the things, reference them, tell us why. But just going around being hateful and calling people names, that's not criticism. That's that's just being an asshole.
Yeah, that's just
That's
angry. Right.
it, right. And when I was a kid, that's right. Nothing exists in a vacuum. That is absolutely true
Yep.
on so many levels. But when we were kids, if you ran your mouth and just being an asshole and calling people names, chances are you're going to get popped in the mouth. you're
Fine.
going to get
Right.
you're
Yeah.
going to get an immediate physical consequence for that action. And I promise you this, you will think twice about saying that to someone else
I
later.
think that's, I think you answer your own question. I think that's just it. I think that's why society is the way it is because one, there is no consequence, and two, people don't say stuff on the street like you and I anymore. We're '80s babies, you know. They don't say it when you say something dumb. You got checked on it, whether it was physically or verbally. Online, I got a keystroke. I'm gonna be mean and I'm gonna troll you until my throat is sore. I don't know, but there's no consequence. There's no consequence.
I
And that's
will say,
yeah.
I will say, I have a deep, deep, serious love for all of my trolls. They bring me so many new followers
Mhm.
and so many uh impressions on my tweets, posts, videos. Thank you. Keep trolling me. I love it when I get a new troll.
And you know what it is? Listen, and you know what it is? It worked for
Mm,
Howard Stern. I'm a big fan of his. He's vulgar as hell. Yes, I said it. But hey, if you okay, the biggest line that was said in his book, I don't understand with the ratings and stuff. Sidebar. I don't understand if
mhm.
people don't like him, why do they listen? And the famous response was to see what he says next. The point is,
Yes.
you still got the publicity.
Yeah. Oh, as the old saying goes, all publicity is good publicity. It
Absolutely.
does not matter. All right. So now,
Sorry. Yeah.
now we're no, no, no. That was a really good conversation. I love talking about that stuff. I really do.
Same. You know that. You know that.
I
Yeah.
need to rein myself in sometimes. Okay, so now let's really talk what we're here to talk about. I'm pulling it up now. Um Here we go. Here is the new super suit. I'm sorry. I can't. Woman, where is my super suit? That's my Samuel L.
Why
Jackson.
do you need it? It's the great. I need it for the greater good. I'm the only greatest thing you ever
Really
gonna
good.
need.
I'm the
And
greatest
look, and
good
when he looked
you
at the
ever
look when he looked at the camera, this was Samuel. I can't hold a straight face, but you remember that was dead.
got.
Anyway.
Another time we need to talk about the metaphors in The Incredibles and how just spot on they were. Metaphors for mom, dad, kid. It's just they're
Hmm.
superpowers. Anyway,
Hmm.
so good. Here is my I have the worst
Please.
asthma, okay? And I just started
Mhm.
swimming laps every day, so now my lungs feel like they're dying. So,
No.
oh
Okay.
my god. Okay. David Cornsweet is our new Superman. And everyone's just been dying to get a first look. James Gunn posts this on his threads, on his socials. He posted this image of David Cornsweet, and his name is so weird to me. Cornsweet.
I
Ain't
try not
that
to think about it.
moonshine? Isn't that moonshine? Um, so
You're on a roll today. Yeah,
here
you
we
really
have
are.
David Cornsweet
Mhm.
sliding on his boots, and I do have to hand it to Mr. Dave Blass,
Mhm.
production designer extraordinaire of Picard and every Star Trek thing for the last million years. The man is a gem. But he reposted this, and he said, "You know, this is what happens when technology advances so much. We don't have phone booths anymore, so Superman's got to sit and slide his boots on." Just like everybody else.
No onesies, folks. No onesies here.
Onesies. So here he is. He's putting on his boots in a living room and it looks like a loft apartment.
Must
And
be nice.
yeah, no kidding. I wanted that was my goal as a teenager. I was going to live downtown St. Louis on Washington Avenue in one of the beautiful giant brick loft apartments and
I love
silly
that.
16. Yeah, I know. But what 16-year-old understands economy and inflation and financial shit? Because I sure didn't. I was like, you want how much for that? I have to get a loan? What? No. Okay. So anyway, he's the suit. Okay. Now, a lot of people have a lot of opinions about this suit, and they should. Superman's been super important for about 80 years now. Well, a lot of people are saying that it's baggy. It's, like right up in here. It's baggy. It's over designed. It's too dark. Y'all love Zack Snyder's. Okay. You loved
I,
Zack Snyder's.
continue. I'll
Okay.
hold. Continue.
Um, Brandon
You're
Ruth,
right.
Brandon Ruth's costume is legitimately my favorite. I think it was wonderful. It was a great
Mhm.
melding of classic Superman and more modern stuff. Um, and I can see a lot of inspiration from uh the I'm sorry because I almost just blurted it out, but I can see a lot of inspiration from New 52 and Rebirth, and he's got the trunks on. But,
The
and I'm going
collar.
to try to do this as smoothly as possible, but I don't think it's going to let me. No, so I'll have to do it this way. But a lot of people are noticing that it looks quite a bit like something that apparently I can't. Here we go. Like Fortnite Superman. It looks just like Fortnite Superman. You've got, oh, that was the other thing. Kingdom Come. I love the Kingdom Come inspiration.
Oh yes.
Yeah, I
Sorry.
love Kingdom Come. It's fantastic. But
Yeah.
look at this. Does it not look like Fortnite Superman? And My Time to Shine Hello came out months ago, and said that it looks like Fortnite Superman. And James Gunn called My Time to Shine Hello a big fat stupid stinky head liar. And sure enough, it comes out, collar and all. We have we have we have
She's laughing
Fortnite
already.
Superman, like for real. So
No, let's compare and contrast. The
yeah,
shoulders, even down to the S, the collar. Come
mhm.
on, dude.
The
Come
trunks.
on.
Look at the trunks. So
Yes.
then here's the problem. Here's the practical issue with the suit. Because I mean, aesthetically, I don't mind it. Okay. But practically, look at this collar. Look how high and thick this collar is. He's supposed to be wearing this suit under his clothes while he works as Clark Kent at the Daily Planet. How
A lot of
is he going to
button-ups.
wear turtle? That's a lot of turtlenecks.
That's a lot of turtlenecks
That's
and
a lot
button-ups.
of
Right.
turtlenecks that he's going to be wearing. A lot of turtlenecks. Um, yeah, that's there's questions about it, but as always,
Yeah.
every time we see a suit for the first time, it's never been the final product. It's never
Don't you
been the
love
final.
that? And I'm being very sarcastic. I love that with a passion. It's very true. You know, and
And
when I read the Superman comic. Sorry, I read the Superman comics. That's the
mhm,
reason why, even down to the animated series, why he had kind of like a V-neck or a wide collar shirt was
mhm,
because even in the comics they described it like this is where he can wear his regular shirts and nobody would really know and have no inkling whatsoever when they're looking at his.
mhm.
Yeah,
That's
but
why
anyway,
it's got that boat cut.
boat
That's
cut.
that
Thank you.
that's a
It's
fashion
true.
term. Ugh, stop playing with your hair, Danielle. Everyone take a drink. I touched my hair again. Um, there are a lot of questions. And these lines right here. What's the purpose for the lines? Like, I don't know. I don't know.
Well, so I'm not by myself on that. It looked like they wanted to have shoulder pads, but they changed their mind.
Are they going to be tactical? Is it going to be like a Molly vest where you can stick things on and take it off? Like I have
It shows
questions,
that
and
in my best.
I I have questions. But my biggest concern is the neck area. Now, I dig the boots. I don't care that they're Fortnite boots. I dig the boots. And for the record, y'all, Mama loves Fortnite. I play it every day. I play it entirely too much. And so if you were playing yesterday and Princess Leia with Millennium Falcon on her back just totally destroyed you with Hades ball and chain,
My girl said.
it was me. Anyway, I really like the boots. I like the color scheme. I
Hmm.
like the shades that he went with it. But more importantly, I have this is what he chose. See, every time anyone else, any other director comes out and shows you a new suit, we just get that person. Like when Brandon Ruth, he was just like white. There was just white behind him. Henry Cavill, same kind of situation. It's just them with a solid background. This looks more like they did a photo shoot with a theme. And we've got this going on here in the background. And it looks like, to me, you've got something shooting at something else. And see here, you've got different colors coming off of it. Like it's hit something. This
Hmm.
looks almost like a shield. Like at first, I was like, is it Brainiac? Is it a boom tube? Could it be a boom tube? Someone's coming out of a boom tube. Is it Brainiac? But then Sean said something. Sean Stackhouse. And I'm going to do my best to scroll up and find it. But Sean said that he had zoomed in. Oh, here it is. So it was brought to my attention that if you zoom in on the Superman pic, it looks like a star sapphire blasting a Green Lantern orb. Ooh.
That is a brilliant theory. Like a Green Lantern force field and a Star Sapphire color beam.
Yeah.
Intriguing.
Like, see, you can see the green. I can't zoom anymore. I don't think it won't let me.
No, I
Yeah.
have my imagination though. It's like
Yeah.
in the clouds, there's a circle, some kind of barrier shield that's green. But the
Yeah.
purple, I can't. Yeah, you're at max. But yeah, the purple, not purple, the violet, excuse me,
Mhm.
or yeah,
That's fuchsia. Shut up.
fuchsia. Or was that magenta? No, anyway, but yeah,
Fuchsia. I'm a colorist. Shut up. Anyway,
no,
uh,
that's a sound theory. Now that I look at it, but go
that is
ahead.
a
Yeah, yeah.
really solid theory. And but
Mm-hmm.
look at like it looks like there's mist coming or smoke or fog coming off of it. Like you've got the green shooting out this way, right
Mm-hmm.
here, here, and
Mm-hmm.
here, and then you've got the fuchsia coming this way, and it does look like, some electrical zaps, or it looks almost like a
Yeah,
plasma beam. But I feel like he James Gunn never does anything without a purpose. Nothing like this. Like he's an idiot with pretty much every other facet of life. But when
facts.
it comes to the creative process, he's not disappointed me often. I he's done a good. I love Peacemaker. Okay, if you don't like it, that's fine. Free world. You can like and not like whatever you want for whatever wrong reasons that you may have. But
Original conversation.
I love Peacemaker. I love Guardians of the Galaxy. They are my favorite parts of the Marvel Universe. In fact, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 made me cry like an uncontrollable, very hungry,
I know.
neglected baby because fuck if I didn't relate to Rocket Raccoon with every fiber of my
I
being.
was thinking,
Like,
it's a rocket story, dude. I didn't
yeah.
ask for this. Anyway,
And what's crazy is I grew up in a hospital where I was experimented on and was taken apart and put back together many times. And guess how many other girls I shared a room with? 3. There were 4 to us
oh,
to a room. I'm like, I
and it's
get goosebumps thinking about it. And when his first words was, "Oh," his first words were, "Hurts." I just lost my daughter got up and stayed in the bathroom for like 20 minutes because
dang.
it was too emotional for her. But I love his song choices, his aesthetics. I like the humor. I like the humor. I like his creative results. Do I like him as a human being? Oh god, that man needs to he's like Trump with social media. I'm like, get it away from him. Like if
He
you
needs a
see
new
him
PR
going to
agent.
take it, yeah, if you see, listen, Jennifer Holland, if you see your husband go to the bathroom to take a shit, get the phone first. Okay, honey? Take the phone from him before he destroys your financial future. Good God, that man needs to
He
just
needs a new PR agent. Bad,
you should not
bad.
be the mouth for the studio. No. Um, but this is really fascinating. Clearly, you're looking at Metropolis. Okay.
Hmm.
It's a big city, very clustered city. And you've got this fuchsia beam hitting the screen. And what is he trying to tell us about what's coming for Superman? We all know, oh God, it's Starro. Good Lord, please don't let it be Starro again. Just let Starro
Not again.
die. Poor
Yeah,
Starro. Um, but
I
we
still
all
say
know,
Brainiac.
yeah, Brainiac. I think Brainiac's going to be the bad guy. I personally, um, because he's never been done in live
No,
action in
agreed.
a big movie.
Right.
It was going to be done in the Nick Cage thing. That
Oh,
thank God.
Brainiac is green too, right?
Yeah. Mhm.
Hmm. Okay, go
Mm.
ahead. Go ahead.
But we all know, oh God, James Gunn. He's got virtually every single member of the Justice League in the Superman movie except Batman. So my first question is Superman going to have enough scenes in the Superman movie? Like he was sitting there calling Deadpool and all that stuff cameo porn, and then you read the list of characters in the Superman movie and you're like, "Oh, really? Hmm. Hmm.
Hello, pot, beat kettle.
Yeah. Hello. What up, Truth? What up? I haven't seen you in forever." The most unrealistic aspect of this picture is that the apartment. Looks way too expensive for a reporter's salary. Amen, brother. Preach. Preach, preach,
Hey, he
preach,
still
preach.
owes money for Batman for that computer he wrecked. If you guys keep up your animated shit.
On
On a reporter's salary?
a
Right.
reporter's salary. Yeah, look at them windows, look at them floors. That chair and that chair alone. Come on. That's your year's salary for that leather chair.
You out
Just
of line, D. What is that,
where's
Caribbean
the
leather?
realism? Come on, Gunn. You are from St. Louis. Now, okay, he's from the rich side of town. I'll say West County, St. Louis. That's where the rich kids live. But anywho,
That's terrible.
he is telling us, yeah, come on. This guy is from a family of like 9. Gunn is from a family of 9, and they all went to Catholic school. You
Mhm.
have to pay. That's private school. All of his siblings. No, you had money. Shut up. I don't care that you're from the Midwest. There's still rich people in the Midwest. I don't want to hear it. Um, so clearly he doesn't understand that reporters from Smallville, Kansas can't afford $1,200 chairs. Like, just, we're off track. Anyway, I'm just, what do you guys think they're trying to say? Truth, I want to know what you think Gunn is trying to tell us with this. It looks like a hamster ball. I'm not gonna lie. To me, it looks like a hamster ball.
Great. Now I can't
Mhm.
unsee it.
Yeah, you're welcome to that. Um, this little pink and green hamster ball. I have so many questions, and my brain is going so fast, and I have so many ideas that I can't land on just one because ADHD is real. So I'm just really interested in what everyone else thinks. I've
Oh,
reached.
I
Go
got
ahead.
one. How do you feel about the S?
It's Kingdom Come. I love the S.
Okay, good. All right. We're
Kingdom
in
Come
agreement.
is my
Absolutely.
favorite.
Same.
Kingdom Come and All-Star Superman. Those are my favorite Superman stories. I was never a real big Superman person because he's very one-dimensional to me. Tiny, you're going to have to go through the other door. He's My dog is like chuffing at me on the other side. They were like, "Excuse me, ma'am.
Work.
Stop barking at me. Come through the other side." Oh my god. He's the worst
Barking at.
co-host today. He's like, "I want in there. My chair is in there." Like, hello. Um, and I want to know what you guys think, really. That's just it. I just want to know what you guys think because I first was like, is it a boom tube? Is it Brainiac? But now, since Sean pointed that out, like,
I agree
is
with
it
Sean too.
Green Lantern and Star Sapphire? Is it Starfire? What is happening? What is James Gunn trying to tell us about what he's planning on doing with Superman? Oh, tiny,
I
tiny.
mean,
Yeah,
you already
everyone
yeah,
loves tiny.
I mean, you already got a Thanagarian in a movie. Who knows? That's the thing with the DC
Yeah,
universe. It could be anything.
it's
If a
James Gunn, so it's probably a deep cut villain that 12 hardcore nerds, while everyone else has never heard of.
like Mixie's I never always
Mixel
pronounce his
Plixit.
name. Yeah, who knows?
Mixie,
Spit Nick
Mixie
bleh.
Plixit,
Gilbert Godfrey.
Mixie
I don't know.
Plixit. I think that's it. Mixie Plixit. I always say Mixel Plixit, but I think it's actually Mixie. I
Yeah.
think there's another suit. I don't see the gold trim around the outside of the S like it was in the emblem. Sean, you are too observant for me to be friends with you anymore because you're making stupid. That's a really good catch. Damn
I didn't even. I have to admit, I missed that, and I'm the one who pointed at the S earlier.
it. But it just goes back to what we were saying before that rarely is the suit you see in the first reveal the
Mhm,
end result. Now, I know that they have been filming, but post, you can do things in post, and there's
mhm.
also reshoots. So I'm hearing other people say that, oh, well, Warner Brothers is really scrambling now because nobody likes the suit. So now they're going to have to do all these reshoots. First of all, that's not true. That is not true at all. A lot of people love this suit. A lot of people.
Well, one,
And
they love it, and two, Warner Brothers' track record. Well, I'm not spending any more money on the suit. Like it or love it. Tough. That's how they roll right now.
yeah. Well, and the movie's not done. They just started filming. Like just started filming a couple months ago.
Now that I
Chill.
didn't know. They have nothing but time then. Yeah.
Yeah, they're fine. They're going to be filming until September, I think. August. They're going to be filming till August. So, I I think that this is not the final result. I
Hmm.
think we're going to see a lot more changes as it comes. And we're living in an age where we know entirely too much about what's going on behind the scenes. Like we really do have just an abundance of knowledge, insight into what's going on behind the scenes. There are scoopers everywhere, everywhere, everywhere.
Everywhere.
So it's really difficult to pinpoint what's real and what isn't. I always operate on the if I didn't see it, touch it, taste it, smell it, hear it for myself, chances are I'm going to take it with an absolute grain of salt.
Mm-hmm.
Nicole says it's probably the first suit he wears. Then, as Superman grows in character development, his suit will change by the end of the film. That is a really good conclusion to come to.
Possibility.
That's a really
Yeah.
good point. That is extremely probable. I'm kind of gonna, yeah.
There's
What's
three
she
superheroes I
saying?
could think of that did it in the same film that've done that. Batman's one of them. Definitely
Mhm.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
She has yep, she has a sound theory. Very sound
Yeah,
theory.
very sound theory. I'm on board with that. But what are you guys's thoughts? Like, what do you guys think about our David Moonshine Superman
You know
suit?
what? I think he's a refreshing. Well, my personal opinion, he's a refreshing change. Love the S.
Mhm.
Yes, Kingdom Come was my all time. We have that in common. That's why we're friends. And if you can get past the shoulder pads for the next NFL season on his outfit, it's all good ish.
Yeah. Sean says if there's a yellow S on the cape, I might forgive the ridiculous collar.
Dude, he is on a roll. I got to subscribe to his stuff. Give that
You
to me
do.
later.
You really need to. He's got a great channel, and he's really he's really good at the Gen X nostalgia. I'm
Good. We'll
telling
be subscriber buddies, but yeah.
you. But I either
Now
way,
he got me. Sorry. Now he got me thinking. Now will there be an S on the back of the cake? Dude, Sean, now you're in my head. That's a good point.
get out of my head.
Get out of my
Get out of
head.
my head. It reminds me of Earthworm Jim.
Yeah.
I,
Earthworm Jim.
can we please like bring if since Hollywood has no new ideas and the creativity well is run dry and we're just rebooting and bringing shit back. Hello, Earthworm Jim was a classic.
Work for
Okay,
Sonic.
dude, no,
Once he
Earthworm
got past
Jim.
the first
I want
CGI.
some
But
Earthworm Jim.
anyway.
And like, come on, they had scenes with the unnamed monster, and he's like, I have a name. No one's ever asked me. It's Bob.
That even
My
the
name's Bob.
cartoon, that game franchise was brilliant. I agree. They're sleeping on it. They're sleeping on it.
I loved
Anyway.
that game. Absolutely loved
Mhm.
those games. Earthworm Jim
Earthworm
is
Jim, he's the mighty
awesome.
one. Anyway.
Anyway, that's all I've really got today, guys. I just felt like we really needed to discuss.
Mhm.
I really hope that you hit that like button for me and follow us on all the socials. You can find every single social media platform we're part of on the website comicsandcosmetics.squarespace.com. Honestly, just swing a dead cat and you'll hit at least one social media platform that we're on because it's all of them. I'm there. But the website also has all our merch stores, which we do have new merch stores. I've got an Etsy store now and
Ooh,
a Redbubble store. Yes. And there are entirely too many designs for you to choose from because that's like my favorite thing in the world to do. I have so many stupid designs. But Nicole doesn't know, but I actually made one for her
oh,
and she might be getting a surprise in the mail soon.
why they make these horrible movies like it's an actual challenge? It's you know what? Nicole has a good point. Nicole, this one's for you. We should do a Grammy. Who did the worst possible film or something along those lines, or you at least worst possible film ever to drop, and that's the best one out of the trash, or something along those lines. She has a point though.
The Flash. The
Absolutely.
Flash.
I didn't know where I was coming or going. I was like, did the movie start? Is it over? What the fudge? Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't know.
it was not
No.
fun. But if I really like making
Anyway.
Star Wars stuff, I have a lot of Star Wars stuff, especially on
Mhm.
the Etsy shop. Any product you can possibly imagine. So if you want to support the channel and you want some cool stuff, definitely check out our Etsy and Redbubble stores. You can
I want to buy a
also,
coffee mug off you. Seriously, I need to do
dude,
that.
I have so many. I have
I need to buy
so
one.
many.
We'll talk. We'll talk. Yeah.
So if you really do want to support the channel, one of the best ways to do it is to join the Patreon. We have 3 different tiers starting at $3 a month. You could join a free tier if you want, but it doesn't actually help me run the channel. But if you want to help support it, check out our Patreon. You also get free merch every 3 months on that one too. And we do have this little QR code at the bottom right-hand part of your screen. If you scan that QR code or just go to buymeacoffee.com/comicsandmua, you can tip me as little or as much as you like. And of course, again, you can follow CJ on the socials at CJ Productions and subscribe to him on YouTube at CJ
Appreciate it.
Productions. There he is.
You know,
So
you know what? You know the QR code. I just started doing that. That's a very good idea, and it's very true. Thank you.
3 people have used it in the last 3 years, so I guess you can
Oh,
say it's blowing up.
you know, God, I miss you.
I'm doing amazing, darling. I'm doing amazing. I've made $31 off YouTube.
Excellent, my dear.
But thank you to every single one of you in the chat for showing up today. I truly appreciate it. Thanks to my awesome guest, CJ, for kicking it with me today and talking about silly things like comic book characters and cartoons. So that's fun. I do have to pee. That means it's time for you guys to go home. And one more thing before we go. It's very important. Make sure you check under your beds tonight because
Disney and Kathleen Kennedy are gonna get you.
Hey, because why?